he wished for himself. Meanwhile, the royal ship traversed space towards Nibiru. Anu was received with feasting, and he gave instructions to everyone. Intermediate stations needs to be created. The first on Mars and the second on the Earth's moon should be considered. He organized new studies of all the planets and predicted a caravan of celestial ships from Nibiru to Earth, and from Earth to Nibiru tracing different routes. He created a new class of spaceships and selected new Atlanteans known as Igigi, who were to learn and train for the mission. He transmitted the plans to Enki and Enlil on Earth and received the blueprints to build the equipment for the team of engineers from Enki. Then, a new mission left Nibiru for Earth. There was 50 heroes, and this time it carried chosen women of Nibiru. Ninhursag, the exalted princess, half-sister of Enki and Enlil, also daughter of Anu, was a part of the new crew to the Earth. Ninhursag was skilled in the arts of medicine and knew how to care for illness. Ninhursag had heard of the vertigo caused by the sun and the Earth's rotational cycle that was hurting much of the Atlantean heroes. For that reason, she prepared a cure. The mission from Nibiru encircled Mars as promised by Anu. Upon approaching the land, they found Anzu near a river, lifeless. That's when Ninhursag pushed everyone else aside and began to act. She took the pulsator device out of her bag and pointed it at Anzu's heart. Then she took the emitter out of the bag and directed the life-giving emissions of its crystals to Anzu's body. 60 times Ninhursag directed the pulsator and emitter towards Anzu, and the 60th time Anzu opened his eyes and moved his lips. Ninhursag poured the water of life over him and moistened his lips with it. Then she placed the food of life in his mouth, and so the miracle occurred. Anzu rose from the dead. Recovering from unconsciousness, he told of Alalu's last moments and how he prepared his funeral and covered the mountain that rose from the plain with stones. Then the Atlanteans carved the face of Alalu upon the rocky mountain and left the face uncovered on Mars. Ninhursag said, "Let Alalu's face eternally behold the land where he found gold. And as for you, Anzu, King Anu, my father, commanded the promise for you to be fulfilled. 20 men will accompany you here on Mars, and a way station must be built. Spaceships will leave Earth and arrive here loaded with gold. The gold stored here will be collected by celestial ships that will carry the gold to Nibiru. Anzu, you are now deemed the commander of Mars. My life belongs to you, O Ninhursag," the great lady said Anzu. "My gratitude to Anu knows no bounds." And then the celestial ship that carried Ninhursag and other Atlanteans departed from Mars and towards Earth. So Anzu and other Atlanteans remained on Mars with the intention of creating an intermediary way station. Meanwhile, the gigantic ship was heading towards Earth, observing the moon and analyzing the possibility of another way station there. Nungal led the ship to the ditch in the waters closest to Eridu, where they disembarked on a pier built by Enlil. Vessels were no longer needed. Enki and Enlil welcomed their sister Ninhursag. She told them all the news. What happened on Nibiru and the death of Alalu, the survival of Anzu on Mars, and the construction of the way station. Enki expressed his approval, and Enlil was perplexed. Ninhursag said, "Our father Anu's decisions are unalterable. It's his word." And another news. "I brought relief from the sprouted illness. I brought the seeds of healing." From her pouch, Ninhursag drew the seeds. They would be planted, and after their growth a juice could be made. "Our people must drink this juice, and then all diseases will go away," said Ninhursag. "But these seeds must be sown in a warm and cool place. They need heat and water to feed." "Come to the ship," Enlil said to Ninhursag. "I know the perfect spot for it." Thus, the sister and brother entered the ship towards the snow-covered mountains next to the cedar forest. Enlil and Ninhursag talked and exchanged love and affection. Ninhursag told Enlil about their son Ninurta, explaining that the prince was ready to join them on Earth. Enlil, father of Ninurta, was the son of Antu, the lawful wife of Anu. He was the legal heir, the successor of Anu. Ninhursag was the half-sister of Enlil, mother of Ninurta, and the first daughter of Anu. Extremely beautiful and full of wisdom, Ninhursag was skillful and quick to learn. The two, Enlil and Ninhursag, caressed each other, but Enlil did not pour his life-giving fluid into Ninhursag's womb.